Question.
Table it.
Order.
Table it then.
Question number 3, David Seymour.
Mr Speaker, my question is to the Minister of State-Owned Enterprises and reads as follows. Is he happy with the financial returns the taxpayer is achieving from state-owned enterprises, and if so, why?
Mr Speaker.
The Honourable Todd
Mr Speaker,
McLean.
thank you. Can I congratulate the member for his member's bill, which will bring enjoyment to even the Green Party. The performance of SOEs is a mixed picture. Whilst a number of them are performing well and returning reasonable dividends to the Crown, others are not. It is the government's expectation that SOEs are well managed, are low risk, that they focus on their core business and that they generate a return for the taxpayer.
Supplementary question, David Seymour.
In light of the $500 million collapse in equity value in Solid Energy since 2011, does he acknowledge that not selling the company was a terrible mistake?
The Honourable Todd McLean.
Mr Speaker, Solid Energy is a company which is in a very difficult position. It has around $500 million worth of debt. About $320 million of that debt is interest-bearing and owed to banks, some of which matures next year. Mr Speaker, equally, the coal price was around $370 a tonne a few years ago. This week it hit $85 a tonne. The company and the banks are working constructively towards a solution.
Supplementary question, David Seymour.
Why have the dividends from New Zealand Post fallen from around a yield of 5% through 2005 to 2008 to only 1.5% since? And how is this acceptable for what is clearly not an investment in a growth company?
The Honourable Todd McLean.
Mr Speaker, there are a number of SOEs that face changing and challenging circumstances. If we look at the example the member's given, which is New Zealand Post, there are now 265 million items fewer posted than 10 years ago. In fact, there are 80 million letters fewer posted last year than the year before. New Zealand Post is working through these issues. The government is supportive of the work that the board is doing, but it is our expectation that they work conducively so that they provide a very good service to the public and equally get to a stage where they return a better dividend to the Crown.
Question number 4, Ron Mark.